Hi, you guys. Welcome back to my channel, Spiritual Justice Young Trusted Gem. That is Quita, or you can call me Quita. Either one would do. I answer to both. I just came out of prayer not too long ago, and the Holy Spirit. I was wondering why I was seeing a beetle, and the Holy Spirit was telling me to look it up, and so I looked it up, and because we are so king on warfare, I really am king on warfare at this point. Um, Hold on, y'all. Sorry. I am so king on warfare, and I've been giving y'all all the information that I get. Oh, here it is. Um, I've been giving, and I give it to y'all so y'all can understand. Um, because a lot of times we don't even know we're under attack, and a lot of times they get away with the warfare that they do. But I work for this company, and they've been attacking me since I moved here, and I didn't even know it. I wasn't aware of it. I was aware of being attacked, but at that particular time, I had some idea of some people. Like I told you, I get attacked a lot, and so the Holy Spirit started revealing to me what they were doing. And some people directly pray to the devil, to Amy. And I am connected to this organization. Most of the time when I connect with organizations or with people, it's because they be doing warfare on me. So a lot of times you will come in contact with people who are filled with demons, or who are doing negative energetic work and working with demons or with other witches and stuff of that nature. And this company that I work for, they are full of demons. They pray directly to the devil, to Amy, to Samuel, or whatever, whoever, how many alias Satan want to go by. Is basically they're pawns of Satan, and they're jealous of my relationship with my twin, and it's sad. And then they act like they're so nice and they're out to help me, and they're not. They change a lot of their bylaws and a lot of their things just to try to make my life harder. They have done so much stuff to me, and um, this particular company is really wicked, and it's not even no. I think I'm the only black person that worked there. If not, it may be some black people work there, but I have never met them, and they continue to attack me because they don't like my twin flame relationship, and they pray directly to Amy, to Satan. And one of the people that comes, because they have to come to your house every 3 months, um, they come out because I work from home. She come out and she told me she was gonna get my friend Amy to come visit, her friend Amy to come visit me, and I was thinking about Amy at the job, but then the Holy Spirit was like, "This is why you need discernment. This is why you need the Holy Spirit leading me and guiding me to tell me that wasn't what she was talking about." And I recently did a thing on my Instagram. I'm gonna open my Instagram back up, but I recently did a thing on my Instagram about Amy, and I didn't know Amy was another alias of the Satan, and it truly is an alias of Satan. Um, Satan go by many aliases, and a lot of people will create these demons and spirits and think that they don't have a name, they don't come from somewhere. If you're doing something out of jealousy, ill intention, it don't matter no what you're doing. If it's ill intention and somebody ain't did nothing to you but exist, no, but somebody ain't do nothing to you, you barely even know, but you just see they light in the spiritual realm, you are praying to Satan. You are conjuring up demons. No matter how much you created, how much you think nobody knows that the name of that entity. That's why we have the Holy Spirit. That's why we have God, because we understand anything that's not done out of love is done in satanic. It's satanic. It's nasty. It's done with ill intention, ill spirit. So we're gonna get into this beetle spirit, because this is what I've been seeing in the spiritual realm. I'm like, Lord, why is you showing me this beetle? Why is you showing me this beetle? And it's not. I thought it was some type of, because you know how you feel like something is around you and they try to say you crazy. No, that spirit, that be your discernment. That be something the Holy Spirit or your higher self be like, look, psst, this is what they doing, psst. And you don't, your conscious mind don't understand it. So When you feel like something is around you, something is around you. You're not tripping. It is. You just don't understand. A lot of times, a lot of people get that piercing things in their ear. But sometimes you see things, and you think you're going crazy, and you're not. Believe that. Believe that it's a spirit around you. Believe that, because it is. Most of the time, it's some type of monitoring spirit. They send them in all kind of bugs. I see the crocodile all the time. It's all kind of bugs and stuff that they're seeing as something so small, because they know I'm used to the gigantic stuff. But when I seen this beetle, I was like, Holy Spirit, what do you want me to do? And I just started moving. So let's get into this monitoring spirit of the beetle. The beetle is any monitoring spirits can take the form of basically anything or anyone. You get what I'm saying? But most of the time, we're going to talk about the insects. They use because, oh, hold on. I'm getting some other message, because this is tying in, because I want to say this, but I want to know what I'm talking about. Because I dreamed of my mom, and it wasn't a bad dream. It was a good dream. Okay, yeah. Okay. That has nothing to do with it. But I had been dreaming of my mom, and my mom, for you guys that don't know, passed away when I was 10 years old. I am 40 now, so it's been over 30 years since she's have went to the other side, and I dreamed of her, and this okay, that what I'm getting from it, because it wasn't a bad dream. It was like my mom was in a dream. We was basically, she was leading me and guiding me, being a mother. You know what I'm saying? My mother, I never had a problem. I don't know, but a lot of people had a problem with their mama. My mama was, for the time that, look at the time that I did have her, she was a good mom. So, no beef with my mama on no level. Um, so when my mom come into my dreams, it's not something, And some people they do. Some people have bad moms, and I don't, and I'm so thankful for that. But I had a rough life. It's always something. These are they monitor what you do. They're monitoring what you do, say. They're trying to wreak havoc in your life. This is what the beetle does: gather information to facilitate spiritual attacks. They steal blessings to infect you with sickness and sabotage success. Like, I went to my job and I had to do a CPR class, and I broke my knee, but my knee hasn't been acting up this whole time. And I broke my knee some years ago, like maybe 10 years ago, a little bit over 10 years. I fractured my knee, and so when I haven't had no problems with my knee. The day that I'm in this classroom, this training room, is when my knee swells up. It swells up so big. And I'm like, I'm just sitting here. Like, I drove there and I'm fine. I had been driving all week, all around. I had been exercising. I had been moving around very nicely. So they facilitated this attack through either going through, I know that they was working with the doctors, so, and a lot of people information being leaked. And this is why they're leaking people information and find out how much money you got, how much money you have, what's your medical history like. If they can't, get it, if they can't infiltrate the facility, so this is what they do. They have they'll leak information, and this is a lot. One things I learned about Arizona. This is one of the most sneakiest. This is one of where most of the biggest scammers live, and they go abroad scamming. This is the place where most scammers live, especially those people who own, like, I won't even say they own businesses and stuff. It's people that you wouldn't think. People here in Arizona are big scammers. When I say that, they scam not everybody, but a lot of people who own businesses, who work for these companies, who are into tech and stuff. A lot of these people, these are some of the most scamming people, and they get away with it because nobody suspected. This is a red state. Nobody suspected, and they are one of the Arizona is one of the biggest places to be scammed, and it shows because look what happens here. Look, you could just look at the news and see what I'm talking about, and it's coming from people that you would think it's the people, everyday people. It's people who own business. It's people who's in government. It's people that's in these places to leak your information, to do this stuff, and they do this either because it's a lot of people that was in California and Hollywood, and they was around these people, and they do this stuff. It's a lot of them here. It's a lot of them here, and so yeah. um, they use like tools like mirrors, brooms, tarot cards, and crystal balls. And the Holy Spirit showed me that, so I prayed against it. I shut it down. And now, since they know they can't watch me through this, they use the beetle. And this is what the devil do. He always switch up his tactics. It's Satan. And these people work for Satan. They willfully work for Satan. And these are mostly white people and Mexicans. I'll kid you not. It's white people and Mexicans. I find it's some black people here in Arizona, but we're scattered out. It's not like a group of us. We're scattered. You know what I'm saying? So they send these monitoring spirits to wreak havoc in your life, to conjure up spiritual attacks, to steal from you. And we know that Satan is a great accuser, and so they want to accuse you of something. Just like when I was at my training, he kept saying, this guy, I know he worked for the company, but he act like he was just a regular person. But he kept saying that I was drinking, I was drunk. I haven't drunk anything in like 3 or 4 months. I had a cup of wine, like 2 ounces of wine. Y'all know I'm gonna share everything with y'all. Like I'm not one of those people that live one way and do another thing and say another thing. No, I live by what I preach by. If I've been drinking, I've been drinking, but I haven't been drinking or nothing. I was driving, because I bring a cup. I had bring my cup with my liquid IV in it, and so yeah, they were just being really weird, projecting energy, and I felt it. Like I felt that I had already prayed against it. I already, I just want to come there, get what I'm coming to do done, and be out. I'm not trying to make friends or anything. And they act like they were so friendly, but they were full of demons. These people was full of demons, is what they was. And so yeah, y'all, this is what they like to look at you, because they get mental images of you when they see you. That a lot of people are like, oh, your pictures online. They don't need your pictures online. If they see you in person, if they evil, they'll take a picture in their mind and work against you. So you just have to be aware of these things. You can pray against that type of stuff. I'm gonna start teaching those type of classes and stuff, because I can get in depth with this warfare, and y'all will be like, oh, and then you will start seeing life differently. I should. I'm gonna start. Those are gonna be my more in-depth content, and you could, if you want to be a part of a part of the clan, then you can, and you can get that type of information. They usually send a demon, a witch, or anyone else. Cause like one thing about this particular demon, it's a demon that I forget what's the. Let me go on my Instagram because it's on there right now. I wasn't in that mindset. I just did something on this demon, not to posted this information about this demon. It's one of the more sneakier demons. I think it's either Amy or whatever. It's still Satan, but he goes by many different aliases, so he can flow through different people, energy different, so you won't know it's him. But this particular Valak. Valak is a demon that likes to think make you think that there's one other demon, so you can't pray against it, and so he can wreak havoc in your life. When I go into prayer or do anything, I make sure I pray against that. I rebuke that spirit, and I rebuke because it's to cause confusion, that kind of confusion, that type of monitoring spirit. I rebuke it, and so I ask God, let me see the whole truth. And that's you have to see it from a God perspective, and that don't mean you're God. See it like God. If you see things like God, that means that you're having your feelings out of it, and you can see the whole truth. And that's a God perspective. So, These people want to sabotage your attack, your success. They want to infect you with sickness. They want to wreak havoc in your life, and it's all because of jealousy. It's the devil. People have that green eye monkey on their back. They keep you know they keep looking at you, and it's not. I learned that it's not nothing. A lot of times we were like, well, I ain't do nothing to them. I used to be like that all the time. Well, I ain't do nothing to them. All I do is this. Da, 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 da. They're not looking at you for who you are in the person. They may do that, but that's to attack you to make you feel less than. But they're looking at your spirit. They don't like your spirit because the spirit is, demons don't like the spirit of God. Where there's envy, there's suspicions, and people, or they gaslit me the whole freaking training. Like, these people gaslit me, and the person that didn't gaslight like me, she was like looking like, what the heck is going on? You could tell she was scared. Like, what is, like, you could tell she didn't know what was going on. She was kind of nervous and scared. And so I told her, it's okay, this happened all the time. And she looked like she looked at me like, how I know what was going on. Child, I'm so used to this. Like, here go another example. When I used to work for Walmart, and this was years and years ago. I used to work for Walmart, and I was in a break room. I was on the break, and there's this guy, he's a Jamaican guy, and I loved him so much. He was an older guy. He was like a father to me. He was like talking, he had the accent, and he was just like the cutest guy ever. Like, not in that type of way, but in like a father way, because he was like trying to, how do you say it? Trying to, how your father correct you and let you know what's going on. And I don't know how to word it for this right now. But he was just like being very like protective over me. He said, yeah, you gotta do this and do that, and don't I said, I do. I say to myself, I said, I know these people mean a lot. I said, so many people to worry about a name. I just stay to myself, and I don't address people. If they're mean to me, I'm not going to be mean to them. I'm just going to walk away. And he said, that's the spirit. He said, you're such a beautiful girl. You have such a beautiful spirit. And we were just talking. I used to talk to this old man all the time. He'd come in, hey, that's your baby. And he used to love my son. And I used to bring my son up there on my day off just to see him. His name was Carl. I never forget his name. His name was Carl. And he was just a joy to be around. He was the highlight of the job because, I don't know, for me, I like older people. I like talking to them. I like being in their company, especially if they got a lot of wisdom, especially if they could teach me something, especially if they showing love and life haven't really been, they didn't let life weigh them down and become ugly. Those type of people can have a lot of wisdom and knowledge that you can, draw from. And so he was a joy to be around. And anyways, me and Carlos back there having lunch. He was like, yeah, come sit with me. And we sitting having lunch talking or whatever. And then this white guy comes. And he was being nice at first. He was like, oh, da 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 da. But he was just so interested. He's like, I never saw you around here. I said, yeah, I just usually don't come take my break back here. I usually just go, sit at McDonald's, or I go outside and stand up just to get some fresh air, to get out of the store. He said, but people confront you. I said, yeah, so I have to take the vest off. So it's just too much. So I decided to come back here. And then I seen Carl. I said, so yeah, I'm just sitting back here with Carl. That's one of the whole reasons I'm back here. He was like, yeah, you should come back here all the time. It's better back here than out there. And so the conversation started off really, really nicely. Long story short, in the middle of the conversation, this guy, he started growling at me, just and then Carl was like, why are you looking at her like that? And I was just looking. He was sitting right behind me. I wasn't scared. I'm just like, what the heck? And he was like, you know how somebody twitch their lip? One side is down, the other one is up, and they're growling, and his lips are twitching. And I'm like, oh my God. And Carl was like, what problem you have with her? And he was like, and then the guy, it seemed like he came back in. He was like, oh, I don't have a problem with her. She's fine. I don't have a problem with her. And then so Carl was like, don't be afraid. Just, let's watch this. And I was like, I'm not scared. I said, but this dude is waking up. He was like, that's not that dude. It's what's in the dude. I was like, oh. And so I saw it's one of them situations. He said, you seen that before? I said, yeah. I used to be in a church, and I done seen stuff like this happen, and I already knew what it was. So Carl was like, well, he started asking him like what he practiced, and the guy said he's a witch, and he was like, who did he pray to? And he was telling them what he believed in and all of this stuff, and then he was like, do you feel angry? Carl was asking all these questions, and he was like, so what problem do you have with her? Carl was so good at this, he ended up asking the demon without the demon. He ended up tricking the demon into answering his question. He's like, we don't like her. We see her light. And the demon was just growling. He said, we don't like her. We see her light. And the demon was just really growling at me. And he was like, be gone, demon. And then the man came to, and he was like, oh, what happened? He was like, dang. He was like, what was I daydreaming? Was I out of it? He didn't even know he was being used by this damn demon. And the moral of the story is that is a monitoring spirit. That was a monitoring spirit, but it surfaced. It couldn't help itself because, like, I was in such high energy. I was just like, one thing about me when I work, I love to work. And when I was working, and I was just like, la. I used to be in my own where I had just got a promotion on the job because I used to work really fast, and it was like, how do you ring up customers that fast? How do you do this that fast? I was like, I don't know. I said, I just want to get it done, get it over with. They was like, you talk to the customers, you bring them up, and you get them out of here very quickly. How do you do that? How do you how do you keep the time down on the register? And I never told them. I knew what they wanted. It was one button you could hit and you could keep the time down, but I never told them. And they was like, you do. He's like, what she said? She was from Chicago. She said you having you at the register is like having 10 people. You like I can have you. I could not hire 10 people with the speed that you're going at. And he said, she was like, you're friendly and you get it done. And she's like, you rarely make mistakes. I was like, well, I love my job. I love people. So I don't, when they're yelling at me, I know they're just frustrated. They're not yelling at me. They're upset. And I said, I don't take it personal. That's one thing. I said, working in customer service, you can't take everything personal unless somebody hit you or something like that. I said, but if they're talking to me or saying something and they're frustrated, I can immediately, because I learned body language. I was autistic, so a long time I couldn't speak, and I had to learn body language in order to survive, to say what I wanted. And I was like, I know body language, and I could just tell that they wasn't frustrated with me, you know. And when they're cussing, they're not cussing at me. They're cussing because they're expressing their anger. It's not at me. They didn't call me B or And I explained that to her, so I don't take it personal. I just help them and calm her down, and then them be my cause she know they be like, if I don't come into work, they don't see me, then they won't. They really wouldn't come back. They really was asked for me. Literally would ask for me if I'm not there. Then people, they was like, why do they like you? So I said, I don't know. I just helped them and go about my business. I don't have no personal like. They was like, you got to know these people. I was like, I don't know these people. I just met them on the job. Like, what is wrong with you? And they was like, it was just so crazy working there. But the moral of the story is, demons, that was a monitoring spirit. It saw me. It wanted to get up close and let me know that it didn't like me and it could see my light. And Carl really did a good job with assessing the situation and really understanding what was going on. He knew I didn't understand all what was going on. I knew the man was possessed, but I didn't know why. He told me because of my light, but I didn't know exactly what their monitoring spirit was to do. And it didn't like that I was talking to Carl. He told him to stay away from me. And he didn't, because it's like when I was talking to Carl he lit me up, like he made me feel like life is worth living. It was so easy talking to Carl, and he was just like a father figure to me at work, And he was like, you know a lot for you to be so young. He was like, you know a lot about these about situations. He said, you're very intuitive, very mature. He said, I bet it's hard for you to keep a guy. I said, yeah, because like I can talk about certain things they don't understand it. I have to get in an argument with them. I find it easier being by myself. He said, I could tell. He said, because the smarter a woman is, it's harder if a man is not, up to par. Like if you're too mature, you either have to dumb yourself down, or most women don't want partners if they're really smart. He said, but if a woman's really dingy, she can keep a man. I was like, true. I was like, that's kind of true. And he knew what he was talking about. I'm like, okay, girl. So, yeah, y'all, that's my testimony about monitoring spirit being in someone. And I don't. God told me to tell y'all that. Yeah, but my mom was in my dream. I dreamed about my mom, and I don't know. She did something in my dream. It wasn't a bad dream. But she did something in my dream state, and I understand what's going on now. I can't really talk about it, but I understand it. It just came up just now when I was talking to you guys. Yeah. So, yeah, y'all. I am out. This is Quita, and I'm out. Peace.